from Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Good evening. Dr. Martin Luther King, the apostle of nonviolence in the civil rights movement, has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
Less than 15 minutes ago at the Washington Hilton Hotel when shots were fired at President Reagan. Here you see the president coming out now. You just have to watch. I don't know whether we can hear this or not. There. Shots.
We are watching a rally right now. Former President Trump was just in the middle of his speech when what sounded like possible shots were fired. We saw the former president, take cover.
Conservative activist Charlie Kirk gunned down in front of a crowd at Utah Valley University. The state's governor calling it a political assassination.
Witnesses describing the horrifying shooting death in broad daylight today of conservative activist Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah, the latest act of political violence in America. Tonight, law enforcement still looking for the person responsible.
We believe this was a targeted attack towards one individual. I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination. We just need every single person in this country to think about where we are and where we want to be.
A controversial figure, Kirk said he was no stranger to death threats, speaking on the George Janko show last year.
We get death threats all the time. You know, they come, they send stuff to our homes and all that. And yeah, that's just par for the course. I mean, if you are not getting active death threats, you're not really doing much for the country.
And as he was answering a question about mass shootings in America, a single shot was fired.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Political violence has become increasingly more frequent. In April, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's home was set on fire.
This is sadly a real part of our society today, and it needs to be universally condemned.
In June, 2 Minnesota lawmakers were shot. The suspect had a list in his home targeting abortion clinics and lawmakers.
There's no place for this politically motivated violence in our democracy.
And last year, Trump surviving 2 assassination attempts, including one while campaigning in Pennsylvania.
Instead, we believe a better way to live as conservatives and as Christians is one that we want to glorify God in everything that we do, in all that we do. And that includes, by the way, political matters. So you might be saying, Charlie, how does this inform your politics? Well, the Western tradition is what we are trying to fight for. The Western tradition is one that recognizes universal human equality. And we open it up for liberals or leftists or atheists. You tell us what ultimate authority should be. Now, politically, we believe the Constitution should be ultimate authority. But out of the Constitution are all biblical truths. These are things that we find in the Bible. All men being created equal, that you have a right to free expression, that you have a right to be able to worship your Creator, that we're not going to do it by force, but you have to do it with your own agency. These ideas were grown out of the biblical worldview that many, many people take for granted.
If everything completely goes away, how do you want to be remembered?
I mean, if I die?
Everything just goes away. How would you, if you could be associated with one thing, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. The most important thing is my faith in my life.